welcome to the Mega Podcast, where we delve into the inspiring stories of entrepreneurs, motivational coaches, and business leaders. Join us as we hear about their journey to success and the challenges they faced along the way. We'll uncover their secrets to perseverance and determination and gain valuable insights into what it takes to reach your goals. The journey may not be beautiful, but it is always purposeful. So sit back, relax, and be ready to be inspired by those who have dared to dream big and make it a reality. Hey, yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to another Mega Podcast, the A.M.P. That's right. And today we got another amazing entrepreneur that's about to blow your mind. He is an international best-selling author. He is a highly sought-after inspirational speaker. He is the co-founder of E-Circle Academy, and he is here with us today to share his journey and a couple of tips to success. The one, the only, Mr. Nicky Billou. Epa, how you doing?
Mega, man. I love it, man. Look at that. What a powerful introduction. Thank you so much. I'm blessed and grateful and honored to be here, brother.
Well, I'm the one that's blessed. I'm the one that's grateful because I'm in your presence, my brother. Thank you for what you do and inspiring and helping others achieve greatness. And definitely, I want to dig into that. What inspires you to want to help others so much. But let's just start with the most easiest and simplest thing. Let people know where you originally hail from and what was the start of the spark of inspiration in your life.
Great question. I'm actually originally an immigrant from the Middle East. I'm a Christian from Iran. When I was 11 years old, the Islamic Revolution happened and upended my life. My late father, God rest his soul, he could see the writing on the wall. This was not going to be a great place to raise his Christian family. So Dad made a plan and he got us out of Iran. And we settled eventually where I now live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. At the time, I was pissed. I mean, I was 11. I was leaving my friends. I was leaving my home. I didn't want to do any of that. But looking back now, thank God for my father and his foresight. He took us from tyranny and he brought us to freedom. A lot of people that are born here, they don't understand how valuable and important freedom is. Without freedom, you got nothing. You got nothing. The most powerful words ever written are these words from the Declaration of Independence by Thomas Jefferson. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. None of this would be possible without freedom. None of this would work without free expression. None of this could happen without free enterprise. I am a champion for all three of those things. Very important. One must have a philosophy. Without a philosophy, nothing makes sense. My philosophy of life is freedom. Freedom first, freedom last, freedom always. That is what it's got to be.
When did you realize that, though? When did you realize that, though? Because here you are, a little kid, you're angry. All right, so you're in Canada. So at 11 years old, you're there at that moment, upset. I'm pretty sure, still. But when did you notice and see difference? Like, okay, maybe this isn't so bad.
By the time I was 20 years old, it was very clear to me that freedom was the most important value in the world.
20.
A friend of mine bought me a couple of books, and those books were powerful books. He bought me The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. And when I read Atlas Shrugged, I became red-pilled. You know what I'm talking about? I became red-pilled. I saw the light, and I said, yes, life is about freedom. This is all about that. At that moment, I became a champion for freedom, and I've been one ever since. And so, if you're for freedom, you're my friend. If you're for tyranny, if you're for socialism, any of that crap, you are not my friend.
Don't you worry, man. I'm all about freedom. I'm a Puerto Rican entrepreneur, baby. You know how we do. You know what I mean? We're quote unquote citizens, but yeah, not really, because we're really not treated the same as citizens. and those are actual facts. But with that, why is freedom important, and why does free enterprise matter? So that's something that's at the heart of who you are.
If you don't have freedom, you got nothing. Nothing. If you let these people that are trying to say, oh, no, 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 this is so terrible, so horrible, this is such a terrible thing. No, you listen to them. They're gonna take away your ability to create a life of your dreams, and they're gonna just slowly feed you something just enough to keep you in line. That's what the socialists want. The socialists are plain and simple evil. They do not want you to live a life of your choosing. They want to choose your life for you. And
We
that's
see
why
that stuff
freedom
evident in
matters.
history. Yeah, we see that stuff evident in history. Why, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, all created equal, sure, but not really. You know what I mean? There's some of us that want better than others. All right, so like, since you're about marketing freedom, all that, I need you to explain something to me because it's one of the questions I see on Podmatch. A big shout out to Podmatch and Alex, great entrepreneur himself out there. No,
Yes.
I need you to ask me what is a charlatan marketer? Because I never heard that term before. And how can you avoid him or her or they?
We don't do they here, brother. There's him and her. That's it.
Thank you.
So, listen, here's the story. So, when I was a kid and my dad um, got us out of Iran, right? My dad was the greatest man I've ever known. He was an uplifter of human beings. If he knew you and you were looking for a job, he'd make phone calls and get you work. If you were looking to start a business, he'd sit down with you, bring you other folks that could help you, get you access to capital. If you were looking to buy a car or a house or an apartment, and you didn't quite have enough, Dad would top you up so you could buy that car, that house, that apartment. And you think about this. You might go, what, Nicky? What? Who does that? Well, the late great Napoleon Billou, for one. Why? Well, he was a devout Christian. He believed he'd been blessed by God, and it was his duty to share those blessings with others. First
Such
and
a simple
foremost.
thing to do, right?
Yeah. And secondly, he was successful. He could do it. He had the money. He could help people. I wanted to be like my father. I wanted to be one of those good men. And so, Dad would always tell me, son, life is not about money. It's about people. Business is not about money or numbers. It's about people. You know what? What do you do in business? You solve problems for people. And when you do that, you earn the right to make a profit. If you solve
Yes.
problems for people, you earn the right to make a profit. That's all business is. People think business is something else. No. And the good men and women who are in business understand that and they live like that. And the folks
So those
who,
are all blessings. It's not profit to me. It's blessings. When you get a profit, you're getting blessed back for helping others.
there
That's a
you go.
beautiful blessing.
There you go. And so my dad showed me that. And he always would tell me, son, remember that person that you're sitting across from, that's someone's father. That's someone's son. That's someone's husband. That's someone's brother. That's someone's wife. That's someone's daughter. That's someone's sister, right? That's someone's daughter. That's someone with hopes, dreams, aspirations. That's someone with fears, disappointments. Maybe even someone just like you disappointed them, made them all kinds of big promises and delivered them nothing. It's your job to turn their faith in humanity around. And I always remembered that from my father. And remember, you got to help people. You got to put the attention on people. You want to become successful, help people. You want to become successful, help people. Don't be thinking about you and what they're thinking about you. Oh my God, are they going to like me? Are they going to want to do business with me? Are they going to buy my service, my product, whatever? Be thinking, I wonder if this person is in pain. And God, make me an instrument of thy will so that I can help alleviate their suffering and their pain.
Mm,
Simple as that.
yes, we're all vehicles. That's a fact. I really truly believe that many of us are vehicles. But there are times where I don't know, out of random, I've hit up someone, and just, hey, how you doing? And just, hey, you could do this, that, the other. Oh man, and just encourage whatever they do. And all of a sudden, they hit me up an hour later. Not for nothing, but I swear to God, I needed that today. So it's nice just to be in service and just to be there. You never know why you get inspired to do something, but just go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? So
Amen.
talk about this then. How can you? Because you're about business too, and getting out there, and helping others. But how can you create a compelling personal brand through thought leadership and showing that love and helping others?
Well, it's a good segue from our previous conversation. You focus on people, and once you've done that, you got to understand you need to show how you're different from everybody else. You can't be stuck in that sea of sameness. You need to be in the oasis of differentiation. And to be in the oasis of differentiation, you can't be talking about you. You got to be talking about them. People don't buy their way into something, they buy their way out of something. They're not buying their way into your program, your coaching, your podcast, whatever. They're buying their way out of pain. Pain. You understand what I'm saying here? People buy their way out of something. And so thought leadership is an expert, someone who knows something, while a thought leader is someone who's known for knowing something. Experts are dime a dozen. Thought leaders are rare and valuable. An expert is like a cover band. A thought leader plays original music.
I gotcha. Okay.
Right? And
Okay.
you need to be that player of original music. Let me give you a story, a great story. There was a woman who came to us. I work with my lady. My lady's amazing. She's a 3-time world record holder for running 12 hours on a treadmill. She's one of the world's top success coaches. She's worked with Anthony Robbins for 7 years. She's done over 12,000 hours of coaching. She is the shit diggity, right? And, and she's smoking hot and pretty and lovely and all those good things as well. So I'm very blessed that I get to be with her. But someone came to us, and this person is a woman, a doctor of natural medicine, successful, made 6 figures a year, but she wasn't satisfied because she knew she could do more, she could do better. And her dad was a successful entrepreneur, and he had brain cancer, glioblastoma. He was about to die, and she wanted to honor him by becoming successful. She wanted to show her love for him. So she comes to us. She tells us this story. We're very moved by it. We are like all in. When we work with people, Al, you take 1 step, we take 30 for you. You take 2 steps, we take 50. That's how we roll. Someone wants us, we go. We lock arms with them, and we get them across that finish line. That is what we do. That is who we are. That is our secret sauce. I'm like that. If we go to war, you want me in the foxhole next to you.
Yeah, let's
Because
go.
I'm going to make sure you live. That's what I'm talking about, right? And that's how that's our mentality, that foxhole mentality that we bring to working with our clients. So this woman, we locked arms with her. She had no clue how to do business and stand out. I said, what do you do? She says, well, I work with anybody with a health problem. I'm like, no, we need a narrow niche.
Okay.
So we did some work with her. We drew this diagram for her. It kind of looks like this. It's a Venn diagram. These are the people with whom you get the best results for, clients you've worked with. These are the ones you've enjoyed working with the most. These are the ones that have paid you the best. Where all 3 of those intersect, that's your ideal client. So
okay,
we went and we did that exercise with her, and it turned out most of her clients were women, 80%. And of her 80% women clients, most of them were between 40 and 60 professional women. And then we found out that, the ones who paid her the best loved working with her, and she loved working with them and got great results, right? These were the folks who they wanted anti-aging. They had a great life, but they didn't feel like beautiful and sexy anymore.
Okay.
They felt like time had passed them by, and they felt horrible about it. Women want to feel beautiful and sexy all their lives. They don't want to feel ugly and old and
Mm-hmm.
unsexy and undesirable. So
Yep. Yep.
we helped her come up with a program. We called it Get Your Sexy Back.
Hey. Very
Brother
nice.
Al, in 1 year, she doubled her business.
What
In
in a
2 years,
year?
she doubled it again. Doubled it again. And in 3 years,
Wow.
she doubled it again. She went from 6 figures a year to a run rate of 6 figures a month.
What? Whoa. So 6 times in 3 years type of numbers. My God.
Oh, brother, way more than
Amazing.
6 times. She went
Amazing.
from 100 to 200, 200 to 400, and 400 to close to a mil.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Wow.
buddy. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking
All
about.
because you
Yeah,
analyze the niche or the niche, as some people also say.
yeah,
I mean,
niche, niche,
so
whatever.
so what are the steps to detail then and find your niche, if you will,
Well,
as a person that has a
like I
business?
said,
What's the best
there's
way
a
to
lot of
analyze?
work involved in this, right? And she was someone who was already in business. So, the first thing you got to do is like, if you're brand new in business, this process won't work for you. We need a different process. But
Okay.
if you've been in business a while, we're going to go into the clients you've worked with. Who have you gotten really great results for? Who have you really enjoyed working with? And who has paid you the most, the best? They don't complain, they don't nickel and dime. And who intersects all three of those characteristics? That is what we do. Now, it sounds simple to tell you this. It's a process to go through every one of your
Yeah,
clients and
that's
run
what
them
I'm
through
saying. To
this
sit
lens.
there and break it down, like, okay, this
Right,
person
right,
is this, that. That
right,
must be a
right.
very tedious task to sit down.
I wouldn't call it tedious, but time consuming for sure. It's very exciting because it'll help you tenfold your money. So there's nothing tedious
At
about
the end of the
tenfolding your
day,
money.
yeah. Well, hopefully, well, when we can pay somebody to do it for us, then it's not as much of a pain in the ass. Yeah,
Nobody can
absolutely.
do this for you. Nobody can do this for you. You have to do this initial work yourself because you've done the work
Oh,
with these
okay,
people. Okay.
okay,
Once you've done the work, you can bring people on to help you deliver aspects of it. But
gotcha.
initially, you got to do it all.
You see, folks, that's an entrepreneur. Nothing but stress. Nothing but stress. Don't you worry about these white hairs. You'll get dye. All right. So, all right. So, talk about that niche then. So why is it so important to narrow it then? You're talking about she found her joint, but again, the niche. I've been a person that's gone to Podfest, right? Great program, but always niche it down, niche it down, niche it down. I mean, for success, is that really the most one of the biggest steps to do is to niche it down, in your opinion?
Well, here's the deal, brother. Niching means you've got an understanding of who these people are and how to help them. If you try to be all things to all people, you're nothing to nobody.
Mm,
Let's think about it like this. Let's say you broke your arm. Who do you want to go see? A general practitioner, doctor, or somebody who specializes in setting broken bones?
definitely the specialist.
There you go.
There you go. So this is just being a specialist. Amazing, amazing. All right. So, all right. So here we are. So I'm going to niche it down now, right? To and narrow my market. So how can now I sell, right, without coming across as salesy once I understand my market?
Well, I think we talked about this right at the beginning of the conversation that you and I had. If you put the focus on them, you won't come across as salesy because you're thinking, how can I help this person? What's their issue? But if you put the focus on you, are they going to like me? Are they going to want to do business with me? Are they going to want to buy from me? Then, yeah, you're going to come across as salesy. The focus has got to be helping the other person. Take the focus off you, put the focus on them. That's how you don't come across as salesy. Now, again, that's easier said than done. I can tell you that. That doesn't mean you're going to do it or learn how to do it. It's part of what we teach folks to do, but that's what you need to do. You got to do that. Because if you keep thinking about you and you put all and you talk about we're the biggest, we're the best, we're the greatest. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to
Yeah,
know that. All they want to know is, can you help me? Are you honest? Are you going to help me without trying to gouge me and steal from me?
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
all they care about. And if the answer to that is yes, they'll do business with you. If the answer to that is I'm not sure or no, then they won't.
Yeah. Or New York vibes. So let's talk about this website because you're talking about helping. So you have this wonderful website right here, the ecircleacademy.com. Talk to us. What is this website about for people to be able to work with you?
Look, if you're in business right now and this is 2023 and you're stuck, you're stagnating, you're not moving forward the way you want to be moving forward. What we do for people is in 3 days, we give you everything you need to
3
be
days.
able to kickstart your success. We get you set up so you get your message dialed in right, you get your ideal customer dialed in properly, and we show you how to enroll people into programs. We used to do it in like 8 weeks, 12 weeks, but we found that was too slow. So we just dialed it all down, put all the best of that in 3 days. In 3 days, we get you going. So you got an extra 3, 4, 5, 6 months to like sell and enroll. And that's what we're all about doing. If you're in business and you're stuck and you want change bad, then this is a program you might want to consider very seriously.
Oh, man.
That's the
All right.
facts.
So there you go.
And you
Explaining what
see
you do
that
is
button
smooth.
there in the
Love
top
it.
right-hand corner that says book a success call?
This
That's
one
what you
right
want to
here.
jump all over, and you want to book a call over there.
Book that call. So who will they get the pleasure to speak to? Is this your team? Love the logo too.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good logo. Brother, I am the man. I am the chief enroller. There's nobody else that does the enrollment but me. I like doing it. It's
Big.
fun for me.
Awesome.
And until I get too busy to do it, I'm going to keep doing it. It's a superpower.
Love it. Yeah, listen, I work with entrepreneurs also from the Middle East that they had an appearance of being so huge. And when he hired me, I'm like, okay, where's the rest of the staff? He goes, what you talking about? It's just me and you. I'm like, whoa, you created this presence when I was researching you. It looked insane. Love it. All right, so here we grow your business, avoid burnout, build authority. Very important. Learn how to create unlimited flow of clients with using little known secrets. I mean, we have a book here. We have the when you say the watch the webinar, we getting a free sample of a webinar of what you're talking about here and how the brand helps.
Yeah, that webinar I gotta update it, brother. But watch the videos. That's what I say.
Okay,
Download the books and book the success call. That's what I say to do.
that's the biggest thing. And folks, it's as simple as just you visiting this website right here, ecircleacademy.com. Nick is
Amen.
here to help. You understand me? He has a mission in life. And talk about your podcast too, because you're such a busy dude, man. You got you're speaking, you're being an author, but you're also running podcasts, not one but two. So talk about the podcast, how often they drop, and what are the premises.
So the thought leader revolution is for business folks who are looking to scale their business using, thought leadership as a way to stand out and to not be in that sea of sameness. We've had a lot of great guests. We've had folks like the Chicken Soup for the Soul founders, Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen. We've had folks like Dr. John Maxwell, Dr. Ken Blanchard, the 1 Minute Manager, Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank. We got lots of great guests there, and they all drop their best secrets on how to scale, how to take your business to the next level. So you want to learn from the best, go and listen to this show. Amazing guests, amazing information. We got 2 episodes a week. One where I interview somebody, and another episode is a solo episode where I drop a nugget of gold. I call it a thought leader nugget. And I drop it for people so they can take that nugget and run with it to help them in their business right away.
So
And then my
when
other
did you discover
podcast,
podcast? Okay, so before we move on to the other, when did you discover podcasting and decided to use that as a lane to further expand your
2016.
brand? Okay. Oh wow.
2016.
Okay. Same year as
Yeah.
me. Awesome.
Yeah, it's been good. It's
Awesome.
been good.
Excellent.
And then
And
in, my other podcast is called the Sovereign Man Podcast. It's podcast for men. I believe we're living in a time where men, manhood, and masculinity are being crapped upon by some
under
dark
attack.
forces. massively
Absolutely
under
under attack.
attack. And so, we stand up for men, we stand up for manhood, we stand up for masculinity. That's a podcast that gives men the tools to live life as the best version of themselves as a man. We say we want to make men masculine again. And we want to help you freaking understand that there are men that value you. We believe men rock, men are awesome, and we provide them with a place where they can come and they can get their souls fed and nourished, and go out there and use those tools in order to win. And we offer a brotherhood of men for men as well, because there's so many men that don't have a brotherhood of men,
Yeah, truth.
and so this brotherhood allows you to be around men who are going to push you to be the best version of yourself. Men need to be challenged. There's this lie that's out there is that you got to coddle men. No, you don't have to coddle men. They're men.
No.
You got to push them. You got to challenge them. That's what we do. We push you. We challenge you to be better than you are. That's what it's all about. Now, if you want to be a better version of yourself as a man, then you need to become a sovereign man. A sovereign man is a man that can stand on his own 2 feet financially, emotionally, intellectually, physically, spiritually.
Wepa, preach. Heck yeah, man. Because I'm on my mission now, too. After being married 25 years, I'm on a solo mission now. And I've been able to stand up and continue my life on my own without anybody telling me or doing anything. You feel me? So, yeah. So, when did that podcast get inspired? Because that's also, it is a wonderful
That's been
topic
around
on
for
music.
about 2 years.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for doing that. Because it is
Thank
under
you.
attack, and it's like we can't be dudes anymore. What's wrong with y'all, yo?
Seriously,
Stop
straight
it!
up.
Don't let me start talking because I don't want to be mean, but I could sound mean, and that's unfortunately how they'll perceive it, right? Me being mean, even though I'm just speaking my truth. Whatever. It's crazy stuff,
There's
but I
nothing wrong
appreciate
with
what you're
being
doing.
mean, man. There's nothing wrong with being mean. This is a load of crap that's out there. You know what? You're a man. You don't like what you're hearing? Be mean. Kick somebody in the teeth if that's what you feel you need to do. Because sometimes that's what it takes. You know, we boys don't even fight anymore. When I was a young boy, we fought. It wasn't
Oh
a big
yeah,
deal. We fought.
3 o'clock park handball match. What you mean? Oh, you hit me by accident. Don't matter. Let's go. I hear you. I grew up in that era. Nowadays, unfortunately, you touch somebody, it's like I'm gonna sue you. Okay, wow. Reminds me of that old Hulk Hogan movie. That's the
Generation
first time I heard.
soft, brother. We live in Generation Soft's era. And
Yeah,
I've had enough of Generation Soft. Screw Generation Soft.
well, again, when we look at that, also like what helped that, unfortunately, the prior generation didn't help push those kids either. I know I have one kiddo, and she's in a half and half. She understands the greater world, and she could see things from my perspective, and not try to be as judgy as most kids are nowadays. So it's difficult. I get you, but when you also have things, and it's a wild trip to navigate nowadays. Hopefully, things will get better where we could have the uh, much more open conversation without having to have people pointing fingers, but rather just listen and let's have real discourse about what the problems are.
Unfortunately, things
That's
are going
that.
to get a lot worse before they get better. And we're going to need to stand up and fight back to make them better.
Yeah, agreed. And thank you for being part of that fight and being a soldier in that fight, Nikki. Just as
Sure.
as a male, as an entrepreneur, the person that's trying to navigate this, the brown person trying to navigate this too. I appreciate you. Inspired me coming from Iran, coming over here. You were angry, got inspired, and you made something happen. But with that inspiration here, when you came to North America, and you just signed with it, and now you're blessing others with that. So bless you, the roots that you came from your parents, establishing that type of energy in you. Thank you. It's amazing, and bless that family of yours, and you keep doing what you're doing because
Thank
we
you.
need more people like you in this world. Those are just facts, bro. So
God bless y'all.
no, it's real talk, man. And folks, this is what you got to do. All right, real talk. Check follow Nikki on social, so Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Nicky Billou. The links are below. Feel free to click away. Now, if you're looking to level up, make a difference, all right, get that paper up. Please visit eCircle Academy. Website's here. They also have amazing resources in podcasts. All right. So just go ahead and tune into the podcast as well. The Thought Leader Revolution. I mean, he got it all. He's setting you up for success, folks. That's what Nicky was born to do, and he is achieving those goals, kiddo. That's what it is. So, Nicky, one last thing. What would you tell somebody today, right now, that's trying to step up and wants to make a difference in the world? What can you tell them to encourage them to begin to take those steps?
Resign from Generation Soft. Join Generation Hard. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Comfort is the enemy of greatness.
Oh, truth, folks. God simply said, take that in, soak that in. So that is absolute truth. Nicky, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. You keep going on your mission. Everybody, you know what it is. Check out the Al Mega podcast. All right, dropping gems weekly, daily almost at this point. Digging the energy, digging the vibe. Also, check out my extended family over at comiccrusaders.com to get your geek on, and also at undercovercapes.com. And with that, hasta la próxima, mi gente. Much love. Bye.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Al Mega Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed listening to the insights and stories from our guests. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. And every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Don't give up on your dreams. You keep pushing forward. Until next time, thanks for tuning in and stay motivated.